Hello there, my name is the Inflatable Beer Tent, and this is going to be a video tutorial on how to have multiple instances of Starbound while using Steam Workshop mods. This is a great idea if you have like a single player mod pack that you'd like to keep and a multiplayer mod pack that you'd like to keep. I say this because once you make a second instance of Starbound, it's not going to be Steam version. It's going to be its own thing. Also, I apologize beforehand. I am a little under the weather, but I'm making this video because I have two messages here on Reddit that are like, "Hey, I'd like to know how to do this." And I'm like, well, normally I would type this shit out, but I'm pretty sure I've typed it out already, and I cannot find that post, and I am just ungodly lazy and would rather just show it to you. And now I know you guys are smart enough to figure this out, so, I'm just going to show you. Anyway, first things first, before we get started, we need to find our Starbound folder. So for me, it's on my D drive, Steam library, Steam apps, Steam Workshop. But whatever Steam library it's installed to, the default would probably be in C, program files, x86, Steam apps, what have you. Let's go our Steam apps folder. And it's going to be in common, and we're going to scroll down, and we're going to find Starbound. And we're going to grab Starbound, we're going to copy it, and paste it somewhere obvious. Our desktop. Why not? Now, we can get away with this because Starbound doesn't use any DRM. The only thing it uses Steam for is the Steamworks API and a storefront. Most games have a Steam hook built into them, so that if you don't have Steam and you're not running it from Steam, it picks that up, and it's like, well, no, this is a Steam game. I can't verify that you're the owner. Starbound doesn't have any of this. Probably because they want the whole we're DRM free shtick about it. So we're going to open this Starbound folder, and we're going to fire it up. And we're going to show you while we do this next part. There's nothing there. I am subscribed to mods, by the way, on the Steam Workshop. We're going to get to that part next. To verify whether or not you have mods in your copy of Starbound, in the lower right corner, there's going to be a gear icon. When we click on that gear icon, we'll notice base game assets, user, no way to access the workshop, back, options, no multiplayer via Steam Friends. We have no overlay, nothing. Obviously, we're not on Steam. We're using the stuff on the desktop. Starbound knows whether or not you're in through Steam. So, but this works. We can run it. We're going to go to Starbound, browse the workshop. We're going to go to browse, subscribed items. What we're going to do is we're going to unsubscribe from everything we don't care about. We're going to have no mods at all. Next up, we're going to go to our collections, and this is the mod pack that we want for our single player experience. We're going to go here, and we're going to subscribe to all. We want to make sure at this point we are only subscribed to the mods we care about. Anything else will be added, because we don't have any way of telling what mods what, the workshop, on our computer. So I made a small list. It was only about 8 or so mods, 7. So this is going to be pretty easy for me. But if you have a lot of mods, it's just going to take longer because there's a bit of manual labor involved. So at this point, we would get you to exit Steam and restart Steam. And while we've exited Steam, We're going to go to Steam Apps. No, yeah, Steam Apps, Workshop, Content. Now, this is I'm not doing it because I don't want you guys to see my account information, but this part is important. You need to exit Steam completely. Right-click, exit Steam. While we're out of Steam, we're going to go to 211820 in our Steam Apps Workshop Content folder. It's going to be in the same Steam library as Starbound is. So if it's in the default location, it's program files x86, Steam Apps, whatever the fuck. And 211820 is the video game ID for Starbound. This is where your mods in the Steam Workshop is located. If we double click on that, we'll see the 7 mods that I had subscribed to. Now, it's important to delete this folder, or delete everything in this folder, not delete the folder itself, but delete everything in the folder. Because when you unsubscribe to a mod in Steam, it doesn't delete that mod. It keeps that mod. Say, for example, maybe you want XCOM music in your game, but you unsubscribe to it. Maybe a week down the line you might go, that was a fun mod. Maybe I'll resubscribe to it. Well, Steam doesn't have to re-download it for you. You still have it. The reason why we delete this mod is because we want this mod empty for the next step. Run Steam again and head back to your library. I'll give you a second to do that while I hack up a lung. I'm getting better. I'm getting a lot better. So, the next step we're going to do is we're going to right click on Starbound and we're going to go to Properties. From there, go to Local Files and verify integrity of game cache. For those who don't know, what this is going to do first and foremost is it's going to check all of your files for your game. The developer has stated that specific files are important for your game, and this is going to verify and check and make sure that those files are the same version as the ones on Steam that their storefront has. If there's any discrepancies, it's going to say, oh, well, these files don't match. We need to re-download them because they may be corrupt. If you're having any troubles with any games, re-verifying your Steam cache is a very good idea. But that's not the reason why we're doing this. We're going to get all files successfully validated. If you got something different, something got fucked up. The reason why we do this is the second step. Once it validates all files, you'll notice that we were downloading something for Starbound. Even though everything was fine, we got our mods back. So, next step. We have mods in our Steam version of our Starbound. They're back. They're working. They are all contents.pack. Pain in the ass. But you probably have a lot more than 7 mods. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy this location here, wherever your Steam library is. We're going to copy the folder structure, and we're going to go to CMD, or command prompt. Now, I call it CMD because the easiest way to get it going on any Windows computer is to hold your Windows key on your keyboard and press R as in Romeo. Type in CMD. Boom. Easy. Ridiculously easy. We're going to right click and click paste. Actually, we're going to do CD first. Of course, it's not going to work because it's on a different folder. Durr! I know Windows! Anyway. I do believe that's my alarm for midnight. Excuse me a moment. I don't care. This is the third time I've done this video, and I am just not going to edit it. So, this is why you don't work back shift, by the way, because it's midnight my time. I have an alarm for midnight. I go from 2 in the morning till 2 in the afternoon. Anyway, I'm going to stop complaining. So, Steam Library, Steam Apps Workshop content, and then our game ID 211820. That is where we are right now. We're going to type dir, and this stands for directory. And it's going to give us our folder structure, or our directory folder structure for new directories that we can change our directory to. CD stands for change directory. And what we're actually going to do next is we're going to select all, Control C. Why are we doing this? You'll see. Notepad, paste, boom, everything here we care about. Now, in our second instance of Starbound, our non-Steam instance of Starbound, what we're going to do is we're going to go to SB initialize config. SB init config, it's in your Win64 folder. We're going to open it with WordPad. One second. All right, so a lot of people will turn around and say, "Oh no, use Notepad++." Really, like, the average user is not going to give a fuck about Notepad++. All right, yeah, it can colorize your code, whatever, but in this case, why the fuck would I download another application when WordPad is just fine? That's a little pet peeve, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of ridiculous, guys. So we're going to go back here, and we're going to use Notepad to clear out the directories we don't care about. We're going to delete everything up here, and delete everything below it. We're going to grab this part and copy it. Go to Edit, Replace. Find what? What we just copied. We're going to copy everything before the word mods. Actually, no. We're going to copy everything before that first quotation there, and we're going to add it to replace with. So we're going to want define what, this first part here, replace with a bunch of spaces, quotation, dot dot, slash slash, mods, slash slash, replace all. That's the first half of what we need. The second half at the end of it, slash slash, quotation, comma. We're going to do this the same all the way down. Replace ain't going to work here because there's nothing to replace at the end. Another important thing is that there's no comma on the last one. I'm going to copy this all and paste it. And don't forget to add the comma after the mods part. Now, I'm going to explain why we do this after I save it. When Starbound checks for assets, in this case package files, it's checking 2 locations by default. Your assets folder and your mods folder. Now your assets folder is going to contain your important stuff and your user stuff, your songs, what have you. Your mods folder is empty right now. But the reason why we add these folders here is because when I did this, Starbound doesn't check subfolders, which is a huge problem, a ridiculously huge problem. It doesn't check any folders or subfolders in any way. So if we didn't do this step, and this hopefully changes in the future, if we didn't do this step and we just copied our mods on over anyway, we wouldn't have seen shit. Because all it does is it checks this folder. And if you want to, you can copy and rename all the content.pack files in there, you know, but if you've got like 400 mods, this is just going to be a pain in the ass to do. So now that we've got this part done, we're going to save it. We're going to copy our mods And boom. We have our 7 mods up here. Done. We're going to go back, Win64, and we're going to test it. Assuming this is saved. Starbound.exe. Our game loaded. Now, this is interesting because I could actually be wrong on this. We see the folders here, but we don't see any description or anything like that. But we see Extended GUI, Avali, Compact Crops, Kimono, Earth's Finest. So, yeah, it's checking the folder, but it doesn't see anything in there. It's a little bit weird. Maybe they did update, I don't know. But this is how I used to do it. You could probably try this without the SB init step where we added that configuration file and see if it works. Get back to me if you want. But anyway. I'm gonna cough. But anyway. We're gonna start our game. And we see that my character is here. She's a little fox girl. Whatever. We create a character, we have our modded stuff. And we go back, options. We still don't have, whoops noodles. We still don't have multiplayer via Steam Print. This is not a Steam copy. So, to conclude, here's what we did. We subscribed to the mods that we cared about, and then we exit Steam. We deleted our workshop content folder, the contents in that, and the workshop content folder we care about is 211820. We opened Steam up again, we went to our library, and we re-verified our Steam cache properties. Verify integrity of game cache. That checked the game folders and then re-downloaded all of our workshop content. We copied the Starbound folder to our desktop, making a new instance of it that will run independently of Steam. We then edited the SB init configuration file. And you know what? Let's just fiddle with that right now. Using WordPad. And we added our mods folders to it. And I want to test this too, by the way. And then we copied all of our mods into our new instance Starbound mods folder. And we got all of our mods list using command prompt, which is a huge help if you've got a buttload of mods. So let's see if they actually updated Starbound to see if it'll check in subfolders. That means I get to make a 4th video if they did that. Because I'm a horrendous fuck up. So we see all these folders. Back. Start game. No. See, it sees that the folders are there. But it doesn't see the package files. So this is the last folder I care to make. Woo! Or last video I care to make. Sorry for coughing in your ear. Alright. So now, now we have a functioning Starbound. Any questions, you can reach out to me on Reddit. Username is just Beer10. I'm subscribed to the Starbound Kajigger, although I may unsubscribe in the near future because I don't really care enough to keep following. You guys make some really cool builds, though. Keep doing the build of the week. Keep making cool stuff with Starbound. It's a really fun game. And I do hope you enjoy your antisocial single-player version or your multiple copies of of Starbound. Just bear in mind though, and this is probably just for people who aren't thinking, but this copy of Starbound up here on the desktop, as we've seen, it has no connection to Steam in any way, shape, or form. The mods in your mods folder in your new instance will not update or change, as you can tell, obviously. So if something does change and this is a multiplayer version that you use to play on other servers, you're going to have to do this every fucking time. So use this as a single player version, or use this as a version that you and your buddies just play together or something like that. Not, a server online. All right. I hope you enjoy, and as always, enjoy the games there, folks. Have fun. Beer tent out.